And as you can tell, we got a big old hole in these beautiful finished and already painted walls. And check this out, this is my favorite part of what they did. Look at that thermostat, dude. Sometimes you gotta do the alligator spin on it. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna continue working at the new Goonzquad headquarters. But before we head up there, we actually stopped by the Home Depot here to gather a bunch of finishing touches, a bunch of supplies for the HVAC guys, the plumbers, and even the electricians. We gotta gather a bunch of stuff for them, that way they can complete their job, and a bunch of other finishing touches, that way we could actually finish this house up. And as you can tell, we got a whole entire list here that we came up with just off the top of the dome this morning. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more, but we're just gonna get started with all this stuff. So I say we go ahead, hop into the store, see what we can come up with. Go ahead, load everything up in the truck and just head up the mountain and get straight to work. Man, that thing is filthy, dude.
I don't remember the last time we washed that thing.
Dude, it's been such a long time, but dude, that's that construction life. The interior is filthy, the bed is filthy.
Dude, we just need to give that thing a whole entire detail inside and out, but
Here
probably
soon.
when the house is done or something
When
like
the
that.
house is done, which is really soon as well. But before we show you guys what we got right there, we got some awesome stuff. We have the HVAC guys out there, and what are they doing?
They're already setting out the outside units. I think they're called the compressors or something like that, which is just awesome. We had to pour a little bit of gravel, give you guys a little glimpse of that. It looks super cool. And I believe they're gonna actually wire everything up or finish like trimming the vents out and like the controls and all that stuff.
The thermostats and stuff. I believe they already installed the thermostat, because Pop was up here and he gave us a call and said they got it installed, but they're actually gonna swap it out for something even more epic. Look
Dude,
at that.
we had to go ahead and pick these Google Nest thermostats right here. These are the best thermostats I think you can get on the market. They're digital, they look really clean, and they're white around here, and they're self-learning. They basically will learn what temperature you like at certain months and stuff like that, certain seasons, and they'll control all that for you. And you can control this with your phone, dude.
Yeah, through an app. That is just super epic. These suckers were 250 bucks a pop. That is quite expensive, but we want to just make this house kind of like a smart house.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
want to be able to control. I mean, it's 2021, dude. You want to be able to control everything. I wish we had like a button now, open the door on. You know what I mean?
Dude, imagine that. Open the door up. I'm sure there's like houses where you can control like your lights, your oven, everything, refrigerator, your microwave.
You can just turn stuff off and on. I believe you can even fill up a bathtub with your phone or something like that. Who knows?
Dude,
man?
that's insane. But anyways, we got a bunch of lighting fixtures. We got some faucets here. We got some massive, super cool bulbs.
Those are the biggest bulbs I ever seen. And when I seen that, I was like, those are perfect for our kitchen right there. And that's actually gonna go right over that little bar top area in our kitchen. Just two of them. It's gonna look super sick. We may even wire them up ourselves, because lighting fixtures are pretty dang simple, dude.
Yeah, pretty simple. We'll leave like
the power outlets and the light switches. We'll leave that to the professionals. Like, I don't understand none of that. There's like millions of wires, but all this stuff right here we can possibly do ourselves. I mean, we got some sandpaper for our handrails, and we even picked up some brackets for our handrail that's supposed to be on the left side.
Yep, exactly. So we're gonna finish up. That's probably the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and finish up the spindles on the stairs right here, and also install the handrail.
Let's do it.
Alrighty guys, so we just ended up knocking out the majority of the handrail over there. It looks super clean. There's a lot going on right now, ain't there?
Oh yeah, dude, the HVAC guys are here. They're connecting everything. They're pulling a vacuum on. We have two systems, so they have to pull a vacuum on the upstairs system and on the downstairs. And whenever they're pulling the vacuum on the upstairs system, it just...
it wouldn't pull vacuum.
It wouldn't pull vacuum, so it's sucking a bunch of air in. And as you can tell, we got a big old hole in these beautiful finished and already painted walls because they had to find the leak where it was coming from. And we found it, and it was actually one of these nails that popped through whenever the siding was being done. And
whenever the siding guys were doing the hardy out there?
Yeah, the siding guys actually, this was the siding guys' fault over here. So there's a hole right here, and luckily they found it in like a couple holes, one in the garage and two up here. So we'll just get sheetrock guys out here to patch all this stuff up. No big deal. But I mean, this is just the stuff that you run into again, dude.
Exactly.
And I asked him, I was like, do you see this? He said, this is very common. So
okay.
A lot of times people will forget to mark on the outside where the lines run, which we should have did that. We should have marked where all the water lines and everything ran. But you know what? That's just something that we missed through.
Look, there's two nails. I think that one was yours right there, right? Because we were both nailing.
No, I think that one was yours right there. Mine is on the right side. But yeah, it's just right here. It's a little hole. He's going to go ahead, cut it, fix it, patch it up. And then the rest is history
right there. Exactly. Yeah, nobody will ever know about that right there. But he's got his torch right here. Had to rip out some insulation and all that good stuff. But the plumber was actually out here as well, right?
The plumber was out here, and he went ahead and ran the water lines to the vanity and the toilet. We are 100% there. We're just moving right along. Once this is done, the HVAC, then we can go ahead and the electricians are going to come in right after. They're going to connect everything, and then we can go ahead and call sheetrock guys out here one more time.
Yes, sir. Exactly. But as right now, we're going to keep on moving, probably knock out the rest of those spindles, and then get the rail.
Let's do it.
Alrighty guys, so check this out. We got a lot of stuff knocked out, and we basically got all the handrails 100% complete. And check out how these spindles go all the way up into this wall, and practically, dude, they just disappear, man.
Dude, that just looks super good. I don't know why, but to me, that just looks super unique because it just almost looks like they just go straight into the wall and just disappear. And that was a pretty tough one to do too, dude.
It was. It definitely was pretty tough, but you know what? I've never seen that done before, and I gotta say, that's probably the best spindle handrail thingy-mabob I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, for sure, for facts. And I'm glad we didn't put those little sleeve things at the top right there, or even that piece of wood, because that just made it even better, dude.
It looks perfect. Super happy with how that turned out, and super happy with how this handrail turned out. Look at that. We got it knocked out all the way up, 3 brackets, and it's nice and sturdy. Check this out right here, dude. Levitate, man.
That is legit, man. They are all into the studs right there, so man, they're good to go. And we even did a little 90 right there, which just looks super good, man.
Super clean. I think the inspector should be super happy with how that is right there, and hopefully he passes us on the final. And also the HVAC guys, they already took off. They finished everything up. Look at that. They installed all the vents or grills, if you will. And check this out. This is my favorite part of what they did. Look at that thermostat, dude.
That thing just looks futuristic. It looks like an eyeball's looking at you or something like that.
You know what you can do with this thing? You can see the future. Look at that, man.
I don't doubt it, man. But dude, they were pretty expensive. But I heard, I mean, you're not just paying for a cool thermostat. That thing should save you money because it's going to self-control itself, which is perfect if you want to save some money, dude.
Definitely. I guess we're going to have to test that out once we get some power turned on, which is actually very next. So we're super excited about that. But as right now, what we're gonna move on to is actually going into the master bathroom. We're gonna do something kind of special on one of the walls, and it's actually called shiplap, right?
Oh yeah, it's called shiplap. It's just some kind of trim that goes on a wall that leaves like a little groove between each piece of wood that I personally think it's gonna look really good in the bathrooms, dude. And we're only doing it on one wall, right?
Yeah, so it should be super easy to knock out. It's just one cut and just nail it on there. So I say we just go ahead, bring all the supplies in, try to get it installed, and we'll show you guys how it turns out. Wee, that turned out good, dude.
Dude, that may not look like much to some people, but right there, dude, that looks good. I don't know what, but this is a very popular thing to do in houses right now, is shiplap. I'm guessing these lines right here just throw off a nice little look, man.
Yeah, it gives it a nice little scheme, a little character in that wall right there.
Just makes the plain walls look a little bit cooler, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And we are gonna go with like a circular mirror right here, or oval shaped mirror with like some nice wood trim. So this just goes with the farm style look that we're going with. And I think this just turned out perfect,
dude,
right
yes,
here.
sir. Can't wait to slap some paint on it, get this whole entire bathroom complete, finish up that tile right there.
We've been holding back on that tile for some reason. I don't know why, man. Probably because that's some good trigonometry right there, but we got the main thing going. I think we can finish it, dude.
Yeah, I think we can knock that sucker out. We're actually got to do that here really soon, but there is other things that we got to tackle.
There is going to be shiplap in the other bathroom as well, and you know what I'm planning on doing in that other bathroom?
What's that?
Doing the shiplap up and down way instead of sideways.
Oh,
You know
vertical instead of hot dog style?
Yeah, sandwich, hamburger instead of hot dog, dude. I think it'll look really cool, kind of give it a different twist to the other bathroom.
Dude, that sounds like a plan. Super easy to do right here. We knocked it out within a matter of what, like an hour or so?
Yeah, probably an hour with the saw. I mean, as you can tell, we don't have such a straight wall right here, so it gave us kind of a weird little like cuts, but you know what? That looks nothing that little bit of caulking can't do right there.
You got that right there. But anyways, it got a little dark on us, and I guess we're gonna call it a night, right?
Yeah, call it a night. Catch you guys tomorrow in the morning.
Alrighty guys, so it is the next day here, and instead of actually moving into the next bathroom and finishing up the shiplap in there because we don't have enough materials, what we decided to do is go ahead and prep these handrails and post for a nice finish. When nobody catches a splinter, and on top of that, we don't want that raw wood to get stained because that sucker easily stains. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that. We went ahead and actually sanded everything, got everything taped up, and we used some wood filler on all the nail holes, and we air blowed everything off so these things are practically ready to go. And of course, we're gonna use the same finish that we used on the rest of the floors, that satin finish right there. And we got a few different methods that we're gonna use. We got this foam pad, we got this little thingy mabobber, and a staining pad, which I think the staining pad is gonna work the best, but we're gonna try all three of these options and just see how it turns out. So I say we go ahead and pour up our finish into that little bucket right there. Go ahead and apply that stuff and just see how these stair rails turn out.
and we finally got all the handrails and posts and side rails from the top and bottom completely coated with that Bona finish, and I love the way they turned out. They finally matched the floor and everything else in this house right here, and we're probably just gonna do 2 coats because that first coat right there went down super smooth. We'll probably do the last coat with the floors and all that good stuff, and we'll be done with we're basically done with all the woodworking in this house. I don't know, just a little bit of trim and just the backsplash, and that's it basically.
That shiplap in there.
Yeah, the shiplap.
That's the last of our trim work, and that's pretty much it for the interior, other than the tile work like we mentioned before.
Yeah,
but
that's just simple stuff right there that will get knocked out. But dude, the next video, hopefully, fingers crossed, what's called the granite where the quartz is gonna be in, and all the bathrooms, all the sinks and stuff, and all that good stuff is gonna be start flowing, dude.
the only thing that's left for this house is a bunch of little doodads.
Yeah, just little doodads. I mean, like I said, that granite goes on, then we can call the plumbers to connect all the sinks and stuff, in which we need to go ahead and run the water line, which we're probably gonna do in the next video. Try to run that water line, at least connect it to the well house, dude.
Or at least get some water going to that camper, because I think we're gonna have to live in that thing, dude.
Dude, I know, dude. I think my lease is expiring, and this house probably got another month left before it's finished, so I may have to live in that thing. But that thing's like 5-star in there, dude. It looks really good.
Nice,
it's better than my apartment, dude.
Man. But anyways, what we're gonna do right now is probably set this house aside for a little bit. Bring in that beautiful golden nugget right there. Look
Dude,
at
that's
that
just a piece of gold right there, man. It is a Saturday after all. We got some amazing weather, man. We haven't had good weather like this in months, so we might as well put it to use. I really want to off-road that thing, really want to do something to it before we completely redo that Jeep, because we did say we were going to try to do some bigger axles on there, some better transfer case and all that good stuff. And just, I don't even want to say anymore because we already got some stuff coming in on the way. But you know what? That thing right there got some drag radial slicks on it, and it won't budge in like 1 inch of mud, dude.
Dude, that thing is just strictly track right there right now. But you know what? We got a shop down the road that may have some 15 all-terrains or mud
tires, dude. Yeah, dude. Hopefully we can just find just whatever 15-inch. I don't care, as long as it fits up under that Jeep and it got some kind of mud grappler to it. That way we can like do some, maybe even go through that trail that we built for the Can-Am, dude. That'd be pretty crazy,
That'd be
dude.
sick. And I think you were talking about actually driving this thing on the road there?
Yeah, dude, that shop is a little bit ways down on the highway, so we may have to put that thing to use and see what it's all about. We have not even drove it down the road yet. We just drove it in circles and that's it.
What if it's got death wobble, dude?
Dude, if it got death wobble, we'll just try to like control it, but if it breaks down, we're gonna just get Pops to bring out a trailer and just do something with it. But as of right now, I say we put that sucker to the test and see if we can get some mud tires on it.
Son, dude.
That thing just looks a lot more meaner with these brand new mud tires on there, dude.
This is a whole brand new Jeep right here. Look at them Courageous MTs built for this type of terrain, man.
Oh yeah, dude. These are just straight up mud tires. These are the exact tires we were looking for, and I'm glad we actually found these today. Slapped these suckers on, did a little bit of sledgehammering on a couple body parts and suspension parts, and
it drove a lot better, man.
A lot better. Driving there, it was like all over the road. Back, it was driving like a train, man. Just straight, dude.
Straight up bullet train right there. But anyways, as of right now, we're gonna go ahead, probably fire this sucker back up, take it off road, and see if it does any better than before.
Dude, I bet it'll go up that hill in 2-wheel drive. Let's do it.
Put in 4-wheel, put in 4 high. Like it's nobody's business.
Sometimes Sometimes you gotta do the alligator spin on it.
There we
Trophy.
Come on, rip it. This thing does all right. These tires unstoppable, but the engine is stoppable, dude.
Yeah, the engine's kind of weak. It kind of like it takes a very long time to rev up and stuff like that. I guess we're just used to like high power plant motors. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very true. We're used to like Hellcats and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know, dude. This thing would be awesome with the Hellcat engine, but I don't know if it's worth it to put like a $30,000 engine in something like this. You know what we can do in this thing?
What would you put in this thing if you could?
You know what we have?
We got a Hemi.
We got a Hemi at the house in that parts cop car, dude. And I think it's a good Hemi. We need to probably start it up one of these days and see if it runs good and just slap that sucker in here, dude.
That would be sick, dude. V8 in this thing would be just perfect because it's just like, it bogs down. Doesn't seem like enough ripping juice for this thing, you know what I mean?
Not enough power for the woods and stuff like that. You want to be able to like rip it and hit the rev limiter, bounce it off hills and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude.
But other than that, man, I think we even got a little bit of low oil pressure right there. We noticed that. But who cares, dude?
Who cares, man? I heard this thing will last forever even with no oil pressure.
Yep.
Right
So we're
here,
gonna keep on ripping it as it is, and we're gonna go from there. And let us know what you guys think. Should that Hemi be a good option? That Charger cop car that we have,
dude, that'd be sick.
That would be.
All right, so we just got out of the woods with the brand new tires on this Jeep right here, and I gotta say, it did pretty okay. It was ripping, but you know what? We definitely want this thing to be a lot more capable because we got some crazy trails. We got that rock course at the bottom, and we want this sucker to conquer that. So we're looking at axle swap, maybe a transmission swap, maybe a manual, who knows? Maybe an engine swap. Let us know what you guys think we should do to this thing because this is definitely gonna be a ripper around here. But as of right now, that's probably gonna be all for today's video. The house is coming along. It's getting closed in. Pops is even over there digging the water line, so we're gonna have permanent water here really soon. Electricity coming up here as well, and a bunch of other things. And before you know it, the headquarters is gonna be complete, and it's gonna be absolutely epic. Also, guys, if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, be sure to give us a follow on Instagram at Goonzquad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.